Cuz's Antique Center is having a going out of business sale. That's right, 50% off the entire store except for knives. 50% off of one-of-a-kind primitive items from Middle Tennessee to the Far East and all over the world. 50% off the largest selection of stained glass in Middle Tennessee. 50% off fine jewelry, paintings, and prints. There's a lot of one-of-a-kind items that you don't want to miss. So come on down to Cuz's Antique Center, 140 Public Square, Lebanon, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Candy Gunn with The Final Story, and today I'm sitting with Police Chief Scott Bowen. Thank you very much for your time for this interview.
You're very welcome.
What we're going to talk about today are synthetic drugs. So tell me, Chief Bowen, what are synthetic drugs?
Synthetic drugs are a myriad of things. There's synthetic marijuana, there's bath salts. Like I said, they're packaged and manufactured in different kind of ways. So there's a variety of different drugs that are out there that people are using. And like I said, a lot of people are utilizing them because they felt like it was as they said, a legal way to get high. And of course now a lot of the laws have changed over the last couple of years to actually ban those synthetic drugs.
Okay. So how are they obtained?
Normally, when we began a couple, 2 or 3 years ago, you could actually legally go in the store. Most of them were in convenience stores. You could actually go in and legally buy them. Now, if they're bought, normally they're bought under the counter. Normally the owner of the store understands that they're illegal, and so they're normally bought under the counter. Like I said, 3 years ago, you could walk in. Normally, you could go in and you could actually, see them just out as soon as you walked in.
Right.
And like I said, now they would be sold under the counter if they're sold.
Okay. So locally here, there were a few stores that were caught selling these products. And what happened to those people?
A couple of them are still awaiting their adjudication in court. I think one of them ended up, at this point when they were first charged, it was actually a misdemeanor crime. And so one of them, I believe, received what we call pretrial diversion because he'd never been charged before. But like I said, now with the laws changing here recently, it'll be a different situation because they'll actually be looking at felony charges.
Okay. And now this product, when it's packaged, is it packaged? How is it packaged? I mean,
it's almost packaged like candy. They usually make the packets colorful. Like I said, a lot of people will remember it when they walked in to see them. They're normally right up by the cash register. And like I said, they purposely made these things to attract teenagers or kids. And like I said, they're just packaged in different ways. It's just a small package. And like I said, it's usually got some kind of design or some kind of color pattern that would attract teenagers or younger kids to buy them.
It's a shame. So they were literally trying to package this to sell this to minor children.
Absolutely. Like I said, a lot of the packages mirrored like candy packaging, or like I said, it would have bright colors or would have certain logos on there or something. Definitely it was something that they were targeting towards teenagers or younger kids.
So now when these stores go to sell this product, they know what they're selling.
Absolutely. Early on, I think there was some confusion about what was in these products. And the scary part about this is like with the synthetic marijuana, it's actually worse than utilizing marijuana because a lot of times they take this marijuana and they lace it with whatever chemical they decide. And as the laws go, they just change these chemicals. So, again, and the thing is, you don't know this. We had a case where we'd arrested an individual for possession of marijuana, and we get the individual to jail and he won't respond. And we're thinking, well, normally marijuana doesn't cause this to happen. We'll come to find out, after some time in the emergency room, we discovered that he had been using the synthetic stuff. And so a lot of kids are dying because you really don't know what the effects, you just don't know because it all depends on what chemical they put on there.
Such a deadly drug. We'll be right back.
The City Cafe East is the best kept lunch secret in Nashville. If you're starving and want real home cooked food, this is the place. Folks, this is the best meat and three in Nashville. Chef George prepares mouth-watering specials every day. Choose from baked chicken, pork chops, turkey and dressing, and of course, the best roast beef anywhere. The City Cafe East, the best meat and three in town, is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 2:30 for your convenience. City Cafe East, 1455 Lebanon Pike at Spence Lane. The way cooking should be. Let's face it, the economy is terrible. Here's a chance to make an extra $1,400 a month. Who couldn't use that?
It's the movement. I'm a Lino Dr. I. It's the movement. I'm a Lino Dr. I. It's the movement. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hiding, I'm on fire. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hiding, I'm on fire. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hiding, I'm on fire. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hiding, I'm on fire. Rappers in my city mad, praying, wishing I retired. Cause it's the movement. I told y'all, Jonesy, Jancy.
Everything of Gusset jeans and shirts are made in and by U.S. citizens. The Gusset is what makes them so comfortable and durable. From men's and women's boot cut to biker jeans with Calvalar. Keep America alive. Go to www.gusset.com. See for yourself.
I'm Candy Gunn. Welcome back, and we're sitting here with Police Chief Scott Bowen. Thank you very much for being with us today. So, what are the signs and symptoms of these synthetic drugs? I mean, what does it do? Is it a...
Well, it's really hard to know what the effects or what the signs are going to be because it all depends, again, the different people react different ways. A lot of it depends on what type of chemical they put in them. Like I said, we had the suspect down in Florida, I think it was, that was biting the man's nose and face off. Well, supposedly he was on synthetic drugs. So it really, some people become disoriented, some people become, they pass out and you can't, bring them to. Some people become aggressive. Like I said, that's the scary part is you really don't know what kind of effect it's going to have on somebody because you really don't know what chemicals are involved here.
So have people died from this already?
Absolutely, and a lot of people are ODing on it. If you look at the statistics, a lot of kids unfortunately are ODing, and there have been kids that have died. And a lot of it, like I said, unfortunately, it is the younger teenagers or young adults that are dying because they're the ones that's trying this stuff. So absolutely, you can look all over the country and there's people dying every day from this stuff.
That is amazing. I mean, this is just
very
a
dangerous,
horrible, horrible thing. So what do we have now to stop this from being sold? Well, what is being done?
Well, the first thing that happened is we, the legislator had passed a law, but unfortunately there was a loophole in there where they would just go and change a chemical and then it would make it legal. So in the city of Lebanon, we actually passed an ordinance a couple years ago that said any drug that mimicked the effects of any other controlled substance that we could actually charge them. But in that point, that was only a misdemeanor charge, or actually it was only a fine. We could only fine them. But since that time, the state legislators went back and actually passed a law now that makes it a felony and it's similar. So that's really given us some teeth, and that's really, it's really allowed us to really crack down on these people. But the big thing I think is greed. I know we were telling someone in Nashville told us that I think that one business down there made like $160,000 off a case because they're buying this stuff for a little bit of nothing and they're selling it for about $30 a packet. So you can tell how very quickly that the money adds up. So a lot of these business owners, it's all about greed.
So once these business owners do get caught, do the businesses get shut down or do they just continue?
That's an option we have. That is part of the new law that was passed. There is options in there that allow you to do abatement and such as that. And so that's something we're looking at. We're working with our city attorney and the district attorney general's office to work through that. So that is definitely a possibility. If they continue to sell, that's a possibility that could happen.
So we, the people out here, what can we do to stop it?
Well, what I would say is if you go in a market somewhere and you see somebody buying this stuff or you know of someone, like I said, it's going to be obvious when you look at the packet what it is. It's usually called like K2 or Spice or, obviously if you look at, if you go online, you can kind of see what it looks like. Main thing is contact law enforcement. Again, if you go into a market somewhere and you see it being sold, please let us know. We have tried some undercover operations here recently and have been real successful in that people are not selling. So hopefully, we actually sent them a warning letter after the new law passed and said, hey, if you do this, we're going to be. And so we do that, and we'll continue to do that. And so far, it's been pretty successful.
Well, we appreciate you protecting us. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Today, I'm going to touch base on the mosquito sprayings that occurred here in Lebanon. And I'm sitting with Jeff Baines, the Public Works Commissioner. How are you today?
Not bad, Kenny. Thank you.
All right. So tell me, when was this mosquito, you have this information, mosquito mist 1 ULB, when was this sprayed?
We sprayed, I think, 3 times this summer since the rains came in July. And the last time, I believe, was September 19th, or was our last spraying.
Okay. And usually what times do you do these sprayings?
Spraying always needs to be after dusk, sort of, late in the evening there. Basically dusk to for a couple hours there, and usually we're done about 2 or 3 hours.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about this chemical mosquito mist 1 ULB.
Well, it's suggested we obviously, I mentioned a lot of folks here, we are a public works department. We're not a health department, so we do the best we can with our resources, and certainly hope we're making an effort to help control the mosquito population, I guess, in the Lebanon area. But we sought information a few years back here from some companies that we're in this business or whatever. They guide us, and they train some of our employees. They do go to training for this type of work too. And it's something you don't do but a few times also during the year. So they have been trained, that kind of thing there. So this was, I think, the company is actually Clark, is the name of the company that actually we've used, and a lot of equipment from those folks with us got guidance on the materials and type of chemicals to use.
Mm-hmm. Now, where do you get the information to spray?
Well, generally, like mosquito mist, it'll have on there, it's like any other kind of chemical product, it'll give you directions to the quantity.
Right.
And of course, in this case, I think it comes already pre-packaged. It's already actually diluted properly. So basically, we all we have to do is pour it into the equipment and go spray. So that's it. Yes, ma'am.
As far as getting like the information to spray what areas, so where do you receive the information for that?
Generally, we go with citizens' calls. I hate to say just complaints, but I guess the kids are really is complaint in a sense, but really it's calls into the public department, to the street department, saying, "Hey, you're really bad in my area." And of course, this has been a rough year for mosquitoes. I mean, we all heard about the West Nile, more outbreak in the area. I guess the Bell Tennessee area as well, but it's really customer calls. I looked at our information earlier. It looks like this year we've got about 70 streets on our list. So again, if you want to be at that list, you can contact us at 444-0825, the street department, and they'll look at any of that list, and we sort of build from there. That's how we sort of worked our program.
Okay. So now the benefits of the spraying. Why don't you elaborate on that?
Well, I'll do my best there. I feel like where we go and where we are proactive there, it makes a difference. I've not heard anybody call and say, "Hey, don't know why you're doing that." So I think most people believe it does make a difference, and sometimes we wish we could do more. Things such as equipment. We all deal with budget constraints there too, but it may be something we look at. Escalating the efforts in the future depends on, I guess, how the situation goes with the true health issues again. And we're going to, I think I mentioned earlier, maybe before we started our discussion about, we're going to a little conference here in a couple of weeks with some state folks to just talk some generalities, so everybody thinks get more information and advice more about it. So.
Okay, great. And you do follow the EPA guidelines then?
Absolutely. We use the data sheets and information from the EPA and the state folks, and they help guide us, I think, too. I think we're on target there.
All right, great. And we'll be right back.
I'm a Lino Dr. I. It's the movement. I'm a Lino Dr. I. It's the movement. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hiding, I'm on fire. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hiding, I'm on fire. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hiding, I'm on fire. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hiding, I'm on fire. Rappers in my city mad, praying, wishing I retired. Cause it's the movement. I told y'all, Jonesy, Jancy.
Let's face it, the economy is terrible. Here's a chance to make an extra $1,400 a month. Who couldn't use that?
Hi, I'm Candy Gunn, and this is the final story. Again, we're talking to Jeff Baines, the Public Works Commissioner here in Lebanon, Tennessee. And thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview with us today. So tell me, how bad was the mosquito season this past year?
Oh, I would rate it, Candy, but I would say this has been clearly the worst of the last 6, 7, 8 years for sure. I mean, I believe we've had more calls, more concerns about it, so clearly this has been the worst. Now on 1 to 10, if 10 was the worst, maybe this has been a 7 or 8 at least, you know, on mosquitoes. There's certainly been a lot more people interested in, you know, what can we do to help, you know, control the mosquito outbreak, I guess, where everybody's concerned about disease, of course.
Right. So now, as far as the benefits of spraying, basically you would just be eradicating all the mosquitoes, or does this also kill any other insect?
To my knowledge, it is mosquito. That's to my knowledge, it's mosquitoes only. And if it does any other benefit, I'm not aware of that. But for we know, it's mosquitoes.
Okay.
And obviously, the more we could do, the more, I guess, control we'd have.
Right.
But we don't even know how many times we can do it, I guess.
Is there someplace else that somebody can get the information from, like a website, or?
You know, we mentioned it a little bit earlier too. And I think it's a good point. In our website, we did have some zones at one point in time, but I think it'd be a good idea maybe to put this information, like the material data information, safety information, where if you're concerned about what we're spraying, you know what's going around. So some folks are concerned about the chemicals or whatever. So maybe our website, and you mentioned maybe adding your website too, would be great to get some information out there. We want people to know. Nothing we're trying to hide here. I mean, you know, if you want to know what's being done, welcome to call us. You can call us at 444-0825 again, and get information there from our street department about what we're doing. We'll be glad to get the information to you. But hopefully our website too, we can add the information on the safety information. Right.
So now, have you ever had anybody refuse spraying in their area?
Yeah, we have. I'd say it has not been in the last couple of years. When we first started several years back, there were some folks concerned, I think, about the chemical, about breathing in or maybe getting on their skin, things like that. And of course, it's the information we look at today. We're going to post on the website, and your website certainly gives information about that. So it doesn't appear to me to be, you know, obviously you don't want to drink it.
Right.
But it looks pretty low risk myself, low risk to me, but certainly you can look at it yourself and evaluate that. But yes, we did have some folks initially that were concerned, and so there we actually skipped because of concerns, but it seems like the last few years people maybe got more accustomed to it and seemed more comfortable that we are trying to help in the long run. But there always are some folks always that have some concerns, no question.
Absolutely. So now, give it a pause. Is it okay? Because I'm pausing. All right. Okay, health risks versus mosquito spraying and not.
Yeah, again, I'm part of my league now, so that's why I'm going to go this classroom couple weeks here. But you know, I think you look at an area like Davidson County, you know, I think there's been honestly been years in the past where we've actually sprayed when we're getting calls, complaints, and elected officials get calls, complaints, and they want us to take some action too. But also, there's times where I think for years the Metro Health Department wouldn't even spray unless there was actually they found a bird or something that actually shows signs of the West Nile. So there's probably times we may have sprayed in the past that other folks around us didn't spray. So I think we've been pretty aggressive. There are some risks there, no question, and everybody needs to maybe evaluate that and make sure if they're going to be in their area, if they want to stay inside.
Right. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview with us today. We will have these pieces of information posted for you on our website, and also a link to the EPA.
My name is Candy Gunn, and I'm reporting for the final story. I'm standing here with Skeeter. So tell me, Skeeter, how you doing there, Skeeter?
I'll get better all the time. How you?
So, tell me about this stuff that you use to get rid of the mosquitoes.
It's called incesticide.
Incesticide?
Yep.
All right. And this stuff here, is this safe or what?
Oh, I've been drinking it for years.
Really? Okay. There's no bad side effects or anything like that?
Oh, no, it's about the same as Agent Orange was over in Vietnam.
Okay, so is this safe to like have blowing in your face all day? I mean,
Well, does it look like it's bothered me?
yeah, it's pretty strong stuff. So how long have you been using this stuff for?
I've been bugging since 1969, just before we got out of Vietnam over there. I was spraying that Agent Orange and stuff over there. It's very safe stuff. You see, I got barrels of chemicals and stuff over here, and I mix my own bug stuff. Look here.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I can't have kids no more, but who wants them anyway?
Oh my gosh. So you have no side effects from this, huh?
No, I have no side effects.
No,
That's
none whatsoever.
none whatsoever. I
Yeah.
keep a general, maintain a pretty good buzz going. I mean, the bugs buzz around quite frequently.
So where are you from, Skeeter?
I'm from Altamont, Tennessee.
Yeah? And how long did you serve in Vietnam with the Agent Orange and all that?
I can't remember real well. I remember being over there, and I woke up over in a hospital in the mainland, and they told me that I was gonna have to have some medical attention, and they gave me a lot of attention.
Yeah, I would hope so. So this, you're saying, is perfectly safe as you're going around and spraying.
Oh yeah, it's perfectly safe. I mix it up myself, just according to whether you got 1,000-leggers, middle-leggers, or centipedes or millipedes. And every once in a while we kill a few wolf spiders.
Oh, okay. So so tell me what you know about the West Nile virus.
I know it's pretty bad stuff, and the pharaohs and stuff over in Egypt, they shipped it out on boats years back. They said it right. They was trying to give it all to the United States because they really don't like us over here.
No. Yeah. So yeah, you feeling all right? I mean, this
Oh.
is smelling.
I feel
Pretty
better
s-
all the time.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's pretty strong stuff there. So
Yeah.
when do you go around spraying?
Well, it's whenever there's a bug or a pest that's somewhere around, they call me in, and I kill the little ones and I kill the big ones. I got this sack right here. We keep the big ones right there. Every once in a while, we got to. I carry my bug stick with me just in case they get really rough, and I take them out like my cousin Gribble does, you know. Sha!
So you're like more like a kung fu ninja,
Oh
mosquito
yeah.
killer.
They sent me out here on a recon mission to find Bugger Bob, and I got what's left of him right here in my bug bag right there.
Let's take
You
a
want
good
to
look
meet
at
Bob?
that. Yeah, let's meet Bob.
Oh, come out there, Bob.
We're gonna meet Bob.
Oh, this is Bob. They'll say, hey Bob, hey Bob, hey Bob. Ah, yes, that's all that's left of Bob. You say, ah.
Well, that's a shame. I mean, what happened to Bob there?
Well, we're not really sure, but I think he drank too much of the wrong chemical and probably came out of that black barrel right there.
So these barrels are not labeled.
Oh, it don't make no difference. Bugs can't read no way.
Well, don't you think you should be able to read, and that way you
Why?
wouldn't have any
Yeah,
conflict?
I got my bug glasses over here. Let's take it easy, Bob. But we put them glasses right on right there. I can even read the label on my bug stick right there.
Really?
Yep. It's many years of fighting in kung fu and taekwondo and Ishinru and all of that. I've learned how to use this stick really well. You want to feel my stick?
Oh, it's yeah, that's a stick, all
Yeah,
right.
it's all right. I like that right there. It's that saved me. Bob should have had one, but evidently he didn't. His little old blue eyes is all bloodshot now.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I don't think Bizine's gonna fix that.
No, I don't think Visine fixed that either. I think he was smoking a little bit of that stuff there before he give it up.
Wow, I bet. So, you seem like, are you feeling faint at all? I mean, this is like really strong stuff.
I don't know. Grab me a thing. See there, this is as strong as I ever was, ain't I?
All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
great.
My own, but yep, I mix these chemicals up at home, and I take them out just according to what kind of little critters is out there. Every once in a while, I have to get an old possum or something like that.
So you mix them up at home?
Yeah, I mix them up at home.
Really? All right. What are you mixing up?
Well, it's according to what I'm going after. If you was a bug, I'd mix up some Crisco with some Viagra side and.
Okay. I've never heard of those. Yeah, that's fairly interesting there. Yeah.
Well, they're kind of a cousin to triazmicide and vasicicide and casilicide. And I think that's about.
Well, that's it for this report. My name is Candy Gun. He's gonna get you.